Welcome to another simple and basic After Effects tutorial. In this tutorial, you'll be learning on how to create a very simple stroke text effect in After Effects. You can actually use this technique to create various forms of animation, text animations. Creativity is the key. I can say there's no limit to creativity, depends on how creative you are. So without wasting much time, let's get into the tutorial. So the first thing is I'm going to composition. I'm going to create a new composition, then I'm going to give it a name. Then I'm using 1920 by 1080, that's the standard full HD. Duration is set to 5 seconds and the background color is black. I'll click OK. So I'm going to create my background layer. Then I'll go to new, I'll create a new solid. Then I'm going to select I'm going to use a very bright cyan color. You can use any color you want, but for this tutorial I'll be using cyan. I'll click OK. Then I'm going to give it a name, BG, short form for background. Click OK. The next thing is I'll select my horizontal type tool. Then I'm going to click. Then I'm using the font Lemon Mic. Font style is bold and the font size is 284. So I'm going to type stroke. Then I'll select my selection tool. I'll go to the align. I will align vertically and I also align horizontally. But one thing I notice is the anchor point is not in the center. I have to put it in the center. So I'll hold Ctrl Command while I double click on the pan by hand anchor point tool. Automatically to center your anchor point. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to right click on the text. I'm going to create shapes from text. Then I'll delete the original text layer. I don't need it again. So I'll select the stroke outline. I'll select the shape tool. Under the fill, I'll disable the fill. And under the stroke, I'll set the color to white. Then I'll increase the pixels of the stroke to about 7 pixels. Then I'll bring the time indicator to the beginning of my timeline. I'll open the contents and close all our letters. As you can see, it has separated them. So I'll select the transform. Then I'm going to add an effect called the train path. Then I'm going to open the train path. Then I'm going to set the end position to 0% at the beginning of the timeline. Then I'm going to hit the stopwatch icon to create a keyframe. Then I'll move my current time indicator to about let's say 3 seconds. Then I'm going to change the end position to 100%. So let me zoom out. So let's have a quick preview. We now have a basic stroke animation. So this is not where we are going to stop. We are still going to add some kind of little animations to make this a little bit more fun. And I'm going to select my stroke layer and I'm going to bring the time indicator to the beginning of the timeline. I'm going to set a keyframe on the scale position. Then I'll move right about, let me say 5 seconds for now. And I'm going to change the scale to 90%. So let me have a quick preview. So I'm going to adjust the last keyframe. I'll bring it to about 3 seconds and 15 frames, and just to adjust the speed of the scaling. I'm not okay with it there. I'll bring it right about 3 seconds and let's have another preview. Okay, so I think I'm okay with that. I'll press U to reveal all the keyframes. Then I will drag over all the keyframes. Then I'm going to right click and I'm going to keyframe assistant. I'm going to easy use all the keyframes just to make our animation a little bit smoother. So as you can see, our animation is now more smoother. So the next thing is to adjust the speed of the scale. So I'm going to bring the last keyframe, I'm going to bring it right about 1 second and 15 frames, and let's have a preview. So I'll select the 2 keyframes, I'll go to the speed graph, I'll select the last keyframe, I'm going to just drag in just like that. What we are trying to do is we are trying to make the animation ease out more slowly, just dragging in the speed of the last keyframe. So I think I'm okay with the animation. You can actually change the 3 multiple shapes to either simultaneously or individually. I'll change it to individually and let's have a preview. We now have a very nice animation. So I'm going to bring in the end keyframe right about 2 seconds because of the new effect we just added. So you just have to adjust the keyframe to suit what you're actually going for. So that's the end of the animation. It's a very simple and basic stroke animation in which you can use in your next project. If you really enjoyed this tutorial, do not forget to hit the thumbs up button, click the subscribe button if you really enjoyed my content, and if you don't, till meet next time.